All right, so record. Okay, everybody, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. I am Mushida, founder of Love and Respect Transforms Holdings here in Kuala Lumpur. And we are an online coaching and mentoring platform for business owners, conscious business owners who do good and create social impact at the same time. We help business owners create a multiple five-figure income monthly with a 90-day strategy. And I am so grateful to have Marilyn Velasco from Customized Training Solutions. She's also in our community and also doing so much good through her work, through her business. And just as I work with refugees and marginalized communities, with business mentorship to help them come out of poverty, Marilyn is also doing a lot of empowerment and also elevating human capital in organizations as well as individuals. So welcome, Marilyn. Very happy to have you here.
Thank you so much, Murshida, for having me here. And also, I appreciate that wonderful introduction from you.
Oh, okay, amazing. I have not finished introducing you, but I would love for you to also update a lot of people about the amazing work you do. Ladies and gentlemen, I have also worked with Marilyn, where, you know, I spoke to a group of people in the Philippines, and Marilyn is from the Philippines, and she has a very good and a very amazing very professional way of working, organizing. She created the Transformational Leadership Summit earlier in 2020, wasn't it? Or
is it this year, February of this year?
All right, it was really good, and she had a lot of speakers from all over the world, and talking about transformational leadership. And leadership these days is so important because the world is going through transformation. So I want to ask Marilyn some very key questions about her business, and I would highly encourage all of you who are watching this or listening in to get to know her work and get to know the kind of impact that she is creating. So Marilyn, why did you start in the first place doing your business? And also, why are you so focused on leadership right now?
Oh, thank you so much for that question. A wonderful question for a start. So basically, why I do what I do, I have, I would say, several reasons why I'm doing that. But first of all, of course, a lot of us, we want change when, you know, we experience some negative stuff in the past, right? So I'm sure most of us would do, but it's about learning from those negative things that we experience. Like 20 years ago, I actually found myself personally clueless on what I wanted to do next with, you know, even though I am the top producer back when I was with sales, but my momentum gets always distracted with, you know, the unnecessary comments I receive from the bosses I have then. So I decided to resign, and then it made me realize how true that, you know, great employees do leave due to bad bosses, right? And because as a leader, we actually like drive a lot about our business, the direction, as well as our team. And again, like what we've discussed in the interviews we had in the past, like, you know, you're working with human with people. So it's very, you know, we are very complex. And so, you know, humility will be very important as well in doing so. So, and sometimes, you know, in organizations, we tend to miss that out, the empathy part. And, you know, leadership training is one of the gaps, I would say, in most organizations. And that's why we are here. Right. And also, like, you know, 15 years ago, with the same passion, same dedication, I've also experienced a lot of commendations. And that, but at the same time, we get like complaints from clients because of the poor mindset and lack of training of some employees that we work with. And fortunately for me, I've moved here in Singapore, although like you've mentioned, I'm from Philippines. 11 years ago, I moved here in Singapore, and I really got exposed with so many trainings, both as an organizer and as an attendee. So I really noticed that how it actually like bridge the competency gaps, improve mindset behaviors. Therefore, I actually, when I discovered all these things, like how effective it is or efficient it is to create an outcome for people, for leaders, for business owners. So when I actually get to experience this, I said like I will dedicate my life in doing so, right? And that is why I decided to like I wanted to focus on this. It's kind of similar to what I've been doing as an event organizer and as a hotelier providing solutions. I said like, but I can actually, you know, do more with this. And and that is why that I've been dedicating my life doing customized training solutions, so that I can, you know, create more leaders, empower more women, and impact you know, more people in the community, and hopefully you know, for us to have a better world to live in. And I have also felt that, you know, I found my ikigai with what I do right now. And of course, my selfish reason would be able to leave a legacy to others, especially to my children, by improving myself and others around me as well. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. I love that. And it's not just about leading companies and all that. It is transformational leadership, like you said. When people step into their leadership, they become, and you also, because you hold this, you transform to become a better leader, better person for your children, for the future, for your children, for the coming generations, and
Yes.
also, you know, impacting other leaders as well. People, when they transform as well, they create their own, you know, spread of all of these good things that they are doing, starting first with their families, and then after that to their companies, their communities, and the rest of the world. Um, I have a question regarding your, like in the programs that you lead, right? Like what do you see that people start to have a certain aha? What is it that when you address, or when a certain topic comes, you actually see that transformation, and people like go from to wow, like that? Yeah. So what is it? Do you have an example or a couple of examples?
We've actually done a lot of customized program, and when I say that, that means we've actually run from technical niche programs in the oil and gas to leadership and sales programs. But what I've seen, like so far, we've got a lot of amazing testimonials from our participants as well. A lot of the ahas are like, you know, because I only work with partners who are very passionate with what they do as well, and they have proven techniques and tools that they've been using, and updating over like I mean to make it up to date all the time. So that makes it you know, easier for my clients to get an outcome from the runs that we have. So probably just to give an example, when we run like a long program on food and beverage for a hotel, it was really a total transformation. And they said like, wow, this is one of the best programs that we've ever been. And it really, like, it's really meant and customized for us, and it's really like, you know, like an end-to-end thing that they've learned. And because of that, the sales, the customer service has really tremendously improved, and even the standards, because we've run a program where there are standards, international standards that are incorporated in that program. But what I would say that changes a lot with how we deliver programs is the mindset shift. Because even the technical programs that we run, our trainers being very passionate about what they do, and being, you know, wanting to also like you know, give improvements and make changes around them, they actually like do a lot of mindset shift or behavioral uh, portions within their run. And that makes it more effective, because at the end of the day, all of us, even we have the skills, but if we don't have the right mindset, it's going to be difficult as well, right? So those are the things that makes our programs different, I would say, the mindset shift, the behavioral part that we can do. And we do a lot of programs that are very holistic, I would say. Yeah.
That's right. When it all starts with mindset. Actually, I also believe in that. As you know, they can be very skilled. They may know certain techniques. They may be like holding tons of diplomas and certifications.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
if the values and the mindset is not aligned with their purpose, a lot of things will be held back. And how they lead also affects, yeah, how they lead affects the followers,
Exactly.
yeah, the teams. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. What also um, inspired you as well to step into your leadership? Um, is there any particular purpose or programs, or is it some desire that you would like to see for yourself and maybe your organization and the world that you also want to step into your leadership, Marilyn?
To be exact, normally technical programs would really give me like more. I mean, in terms of like the returns, right? However, I keep on coming back to leadership somehow because I see a lot of gaps as well in terms of leadership programs and addressing really what's going on in this space, right? And up until now, I mean, you will see a lot of statistics that um most CEOs do believe, I mean, 38% of CEOs believe that people related skills um, are the like uh, top issues where you know, where problems of growth comes from, right? Because at the end of the day, you know, even it's so difficult to calculate the ROI of leadership training and other behavioral programs. But there are studies and proven statistics that if your organization actually have the right culture, values, and behaviors that you see from your team, then you can actually get, you know, better experience within the organization, better customer service, and therefore better results or outcomes and profitability as well, right? So and I've also seen like a lot of problems in the organization, and a lot of that actually I would say the root would be mostly on the leadership mindset, especially the top executives, right? Because they drive a lot the business. So when I see this, I mean, from my own experience in the corporate world for over 15 years and now working with multinational companies and conglomerates as my clients, these are the things that I've seen, I would say, like a huge gap. And I felt like, you know, to make this work, to get better outcomes, we need to step in.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, need to step in. And this is I really believe in leadership as well. It's like for me, culture comes from the top down.
Exactly.
Values come from the top down. It's about if you want the family to be good, strong, and have a and be living a joyful lives, have love and respect, must come from the parents who instill that culture. And and work with the kids, work with that, and then rally them to have the same kind of like values and believe in the same values, right? And sometimes organizations, they forget that and they blame the staff, why the staff is like this and that, you know, when it
Yeah.
all comes from the top down. And just like any country as well, the leaders of the country, it comes from the top down, the happiness of the citizens, and also the you know, when citizens of the country is happy, it's because the leadership is of quality leadership. Yeah, and this is what we aim to apply, especially in terms of leadership. Marilyn, do you have any upcoming programs that people can try, sample, or even engage in? Or is there any something that they can be a part of all the work that you do and learn from you at the same time?
So we are still doing quite a number of planning. So for next year. So one of them is the summit, which is quite similar to what I did last February, where I had like over 48 speakers to speak about like relevant and relatable topics in terms of like how can you lead effectively in this next normal, right? And obviously that includes accountability, adaptability, and agility, to be able to do so, right? So, and we've actually divided it in different pillars. So that's something that I wanted to do, but more of like future leadership. Still kind of the same format, or would be probably the same type of like topics or theme, but we will just probably add like, you know, on the technology, because a lot of people are looking into this, like AI, um, AR, VR, and all those stuff, digital marketing. Even a lot of companies right now are really learning digital marketing. That's because that's the way to go. I mean, that's how you would be reaching out to your target clients or target customers, right? So that's one. And then another one is that I'm working in partnership with Aisha, which is also part of our community. And so we are actually like uncovering more on how can we actually provide a more holistic program, more on the, I would say, emotional and mental um, side or psychological side of having that, I would say, balance, more of balance for leaders, because that's like a huge gap, I would say, that part, emotional and psychological part of balance in the organizations, because more often than not they always look into the technical skills, but then they miss out on the behavioral side of, or the aspects of the emotions, which highly affects how you make decisions and all. So that's what we're working on. And the last one I would say is that we do have like this leadership and transformation package that we are actually launching out as well, where we have like pillars, important pillars that would help companies to transform and thrive in all aspects, with this co-created customized program for them. And this includes empowered leadership, organizational alignment, adaptability and flexibility, and of course last, and I would say like most important for most of them, is driving outcomes or profitability, right? So, and we will actually combine several things from the mindset, heart set, and well-being to core leadership programs, as well as core skills or functional skills. And then the last one would be the continuous learning part of it. So those are the things that we're going to do. And soon we will be organizing as well, like some sort of gamification programs on leadership and communications, because that's also another gap that I've seen, because it's not easy, like especially virtually, to practice that. And through gamification or playing that game that we run, um, then they can realize like how do they act, how do they respond, and how do they do things. And more often than not, how we do things in even simple ways, or like even in games, is how we do things, even in the you know, in the actual business world. So yeah, that's what we're um, campaigning for, or doing, or upcoming things that they have to look for.
Oh, okay. Wonderful. Okay. Yeah, I so believe that only I use the phrase, and this phrase came from the program Money and You. How you do anything is how you do everything. So you can see the behavior, yeah, the behavior as how a person plays a certain game in
Exactly.
yeah, and games are a reflection of real life. So
Yes.
it says, you know, it shows how they play a game. And when anybody attends the seminars or workshops that you organize, right, it's in a safe space, it's non-judgmental, and that's where they can really learn about more about themselves and see where they can improve, and where they know their strengths are, their natural inborn talents, and apply that in their organization. So what would be the best way for people to get in touch with you and start first? What can they do now while waiting for things to happen next year, when, so that they can see, they'll be the pioneers to be able to see what are the programs that's
Yes.
coming up?
Actually, all of these are available in our website. Although I didn't, I'm not campaigning for specific programs right now because a lot of our work are in-house. So we're actually running a program on cost engineering now, just finished, and just finished today. And I will also be running a gamification game as a teamwork communication type of program tomorrow night. So, and we have quite a number of upcoming projects as well, but those are mostly in-house again because we customize a lot of the program. But we can be reached, or we can actually help your leaders or business owners, entrepreneurs as well. Although we started with multinational companies and conglomerates, but we were like one of the silver lining COVID-19 has brought to us is like, working with entrepreneurs and small and medium enterprise owners as well, even trainers and consultants through the gamification. So that actually, those are the things that we've been doing recently. And so they can reach us through our website at www.ctsolutionsglobal.com. They can also email us at inquiries@ctsolutionsglobal.com. Yeah, if we can actually put in all those details, I will be glad to put in the together with this video as well, so they can reach us for more inquiries on how we can help them.
Yes, for sure. And Zil will be putting in the links in the comments, and then when we are going to live stream on this, your links will be there. So yes, get in touch with Marilyn, and these are the available programs. And I know, Marilyn, there are some people in the expo, or the people who are watching this, who are themselves coaches, mentors, and trainers. Is there a way they can work with you? Can you share what are your requirements for them to be working with you? Because I know that Maryland has very, very good quality standards. And how can they showcase what they trained and be part of your organization as well to train other organizations? Yeah.
So I actually work with trainers as well in different ways. So one is for them to partner or collaborate with me to deliver some of the programs, or another one that I can help them with is to increase their visibility. That's what I do best by organizing all these summit webinars and interviews. So if that's something that they still lack on, I can help them with that. And how I actually find my trainers or consultants. Well, I do the interview. I would have to have a conversation with them, and I'd like to see them do the training as well. Or if not, I mean the recording of a sample video of what they do, or like previous runs that they have will also be helpful. So they just have to send me an email or get in touch with me in LinkedIn, where I am like most active in. So yeah.
Yeah, so people, Marilyn is on LinkedIn. You can search her, Marilyn Velasco, right? You were in
Yes,
on LinkedIn.
Marilyn Ramos.
Yes. Okay, Marilyn Ramos Velasco is on. She's on LinkedIn, so you can connect with her there, and then get in touch with her either as an organization looking for leadership or skills, or if you want to offer your training as well, your skill as a trainer. You can meet up with her and share with her some of the things that you can do. Yeah. So yeah, Marilyn, is there any other things or any like last tips or takeaways that you would like to share with the audience out there?
For me, it's just about having self-awareness and continuously learning, because that will be key in your success, whether you're a leader for a multinational companies or even an entrepreneur. So it's just about learning all the time to stay relevant and to lead effectively your team, especially if you have team. It's something that you have leadership skills and people management will be key for you to succeed in what you do. And just recently, actually, I've released a blog on how communications is important in creating influence and impact. And for this, for business owners, for leaders, for entertainers, and influencers and all those kind of people, right? I mean, you are creating a lot of noise and influence to others, and so like you have to train yourself as well, right? To ensure that you'll be able to like give the best as well to your audience. So that's my message, I guess.
Yeah, such an important message. Never stop learning, because so often people say, "Oh, I'm too old to learn. Nothing goes in anymore." Or I don't need to. Now is my time to just teach. So even when we teach, we learn. We always keep learning to upgrade. And I had a conversation with a coach based a business coach also like myself, based in Australia. And he was saying that, we both have our own coaches as well. And that's one of the things he asked me, like, "Oh, you're in the coaching industry?" And I said, "Yeah, so you're you." And then he was like, "Do you have a coach?" I said, "Of course I have a coach." And he said, "Yeah, so do I." And he said, "You know how many coaches out there say that they don't have their own coach? That means they don't believe in coaching, right? Then how can you coach
Yes.
others when you yourself don't believe in coaching?" So
True.
so to be a leader, you must also be mentored. I believe there must be at least an advisor, somebody who always pushes you ahead. So you are always ahead and you bring people with you. And to be a good trainer and to be a good leader, you also always have to be ahead by learning and being trained as well. So important. Training is so important. It's not one of those things that you put the last in your agenda. It's always on top, so that always you can be better. So do get connected with Marilyn. She has amazing training programs. She can create training programs. If, let's say, you have an idea of what it is that you can train on, she'll know who her market is and to see where you best fit as well. So do get connected with her. All right. So with that, thank you so much, Marilyn. And you wanted to say something else?
No, I just actually wanted to share like a quote from Mahatma Gandhi in relation to what we just said, right? Live as if you were to die tomorrow and learn as if you were to live forever. That's really a beautiful quote, right?
It is. It is such a good reminder for everyone to always keep learning and live your best life and contribute while you're still alive, right?
Yes, true, true. Thank you so much, Murshida, for having me here, and as well as with Zil. And yeah, looking forward to hearing more from you and from your audience.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Marilyn. Lots of love. Bye. Have a great day.
Stay safe.